You should quit your 9-to-5 job right now. If you're working a 9-to-5, then I can guarantee that your life sucks, you're miserable, you're missing the passion in life that you strive for, and most importantly, your family probably hates you because your boss always makes you work long hours. If you work a 9-to-5, then you can't chase after what you actually want in life. You're stuck in a soulless office in a cubicle between two people you hate. Your boss probably yells at you and eats your spaghetti in the company fridge. Instead of pursuing the career you always wanted, you became a submissive little toy and accepted that average job in a company you don't really care about for a salary that makes your bank account laugh. Over the last few years, you've probably had to hear from these fake entrepreneurs about why 9-to-5 jobs are the worst thing in the world and why you need to leave immediately. Every single ad centers around needing to leave your job to hop on the new trendy business opportunity. Every sales pitch includes a time when they were working a dead-end 9-to-5 job where they were so miserable that they started getting herpes or something. Let's take a step back and think about why they care so much about your 9-to-5 and why they continually remind you of why you need to quit. Nearly every fake guru who preaches why you should quit your 9-to-5 is selling a make money online business opportunity. They are trying to frame a 9-to-5 job as the most miserable thing in the world so that you will start hating your life enough to begin looking for a solution, which is, you guessed it, their business opportunity. Fake gurus can't rely on legitimacy or reputation to sell their products, so they have to crank up their advertising to level 10. The only way for them to sell those imaginative, once-in-a-lifetime opportunities is for them to prey on your emotions and make you believe that your life is so terrible that you need a solution. And they provide the solution in the form of a business opportunity that will magically solve all of your problems. A concept I want to introduce to you today is the observed tendency of humans to quickly return to a relatively stable level of happiness despite major positive or negative events or life changes. This is called hedonic adaptation, and in my opinion, one of the most important concepts to understand in life. The principle is this: in life, you're always going to have positive and negative events. The intensity of the event is entirely subjective and is different from person to person. I receive a huge happiness spike from eating pizza on Saturdays. Some people need a vacation to Italy to experience that same spike. On the flip side, someone may only need a really minor inconvenience to experience the same intensity in the negative as someone who lost 100 grand. But the important thing to understand is that you will always return to your hedonic set point, which is your general day-to-day baseline level of happiness. Think about a time when you had a great night out at a concert or on an awesome date. You may have hit a 10 out of 10 on the happiness scale. But the next day when you wake up, you're back to where you were. You always return to your hedonic set point. My philosophy on life is to constantly strive for small incremental improvements in every area of life. This prevents the adaptation point from setting in. The issues with happiness comes from the adaptation point being set with whatever new event or purchase happen. This is why so many people chase happiness, because it's a fleeting emotion and can't be bought. We can buy experiences and materialistic items that provide a temporary surge in happiness, but when that single event is over, we are back to our own set point. Any kind of guru online is going to want you to feel like you're in a position of not making enough money, not having a career in something you love, not spending any time around your family, or not living the life you really want. The new business opportunity they're selling you may come with the chance to make way more money, but the guru may be selling you a terrible course where you lose all of your money. Their opportunity may teach you how to leave your job and never have a boss again until you find out that you actually need to work more hours and weekends in order to make money. They may tell you that you should do something you're passionate about until you find out that hobbies are awesome when they're hobbies, but turn into just another job when you have to turn the hobby into profit. What most gurus hide from you is the fact that they're basically just a salesman. If you have a sales job, you basically have the same career as them. The only difference is that they're selling a product they created, you're selling a product someone else created. They position themselves as entrepreneurs, but they're just a business owner selling an opportunity, a course, or a romantic weekend getaway to a Scottish castle. A majority of people are not wired to become business owners or actual entrepreneurs. Almost everyone should be working for someone else. According to the US Census in 2018, there were 7.9 million employers and 130 million employed. That's roughly 6% of people are employing people while 94% are employed. Since business owners are likely to run multiple companies, this likely means that even fewer than 6% of people are employing others. Most people are better off being employed and having a boss. And I also like to think that employment satisfaction probably aligns somewhat closely to the standard distribution curve, where a small number of employees hate their job with raging passion. I think the middle distribution would represent a sliding scale of satisfaction where there isn't too much strong love and not too much strong hate towards the job. And then there's a minority of people who absolutely love their job and wouldn't consider anything else. Robert Waldinger has a TED Talk focusing on human happiness and satisfaction.
Well, the lessons aren't about wealth or fame or working harder and harder. The clearest message that we get from this 75-year study is this: good relationships keep us happier and healthier, period. We've learned 3 big lessons about relationships. The first is that social connections are really good for us and that loneliness kills. It turns out that people who are more socially connected to family, to friends, to community, are happier, they're physically healthier, and they live longer than people who are less well connected.
The main point of this video is to hopefully convey the idea of becoming detached from certain messaging that exists in advertising, marketing, and on social media. I personally don't think chasing happiness is a useful exercise, or trying to think about what makes you happy is a good use of mental energy. I think a better thought exercise is to figure out how to consistently improve your hedonic set point very slowly, so that you will always have a close carrot to chase after while also experiencing a sense of accomplishment quite often. Some examples off the top of my head would be wanting to add 2 or 3 new close friends into your life every year. Another is incrementally improving your lift numbers at the gym. And another is personality traits that you'd love to see in yourself. These are measurable and defined qualities that you can analyze year after year. For me, I experience the most joy when I'm able to chase after short-term goals and also frequently feel a sense of accomplishment by achieving those small goals. I think this is an important topic to discuss with the increased exposure to the negative effects of social media. I would love to hear your input, and thank you so much for watching.
That's winning, and that's great. You've got to try and figure that out at all costs, and if you're not happy right now, you need to do something different. I just don't understand how people think wealth is the gateway to happiness. The gateway to happiness is to love your process, whatever that may be, whether that creates wealth or doesn't, if that creates legacy in art or doesn't, that creates impact on the world or it doesn't. You've got to try and figure that out at all costs, and if you're not happy right now, you need to do something different.